Tensions are rising on the diplomatic front as new proposals emerged aimed at ending the war in Ukraine. With fresh US pressure, European pushback and Kiev holding firm on its red lines, the stage is set for a critical round of negotiations. Here's the latest on the fast-moving developments.
The United States is stepping up diplomatic pressure on Ukraine, but the timing and the terms are raising eyebrows in Kiev and across Europe. Sources say Washington has signaled to President Volodymyr Zelensky that Ukraine must accept a US-drafted framework to end the war. A plan that would require Kiev to give up territory, surrender some weapons, and even cut the size of its armed forces. The US wants Ukraine to agree to the key points of the proposal, but Zelensky has repeatedly rejected any deal that involves ceding land to Russia. This diplomatic push comes as senior Pentagon officials arrive in Kiev. A team led by US Army Secretary Dan Driscoll has held talks with Prime Minister Yulia Sviridenko and Ukraine's military leadership and is expected to meet President Volodymyr Zelensky late Thursday. Moscow, meanwhile, has dismissed suggestions of a new US diplomatic initiative. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov, in a statement, said, "Consultations are not currently underway. There are contacts, of course, but there is no process that would be called consultations." Russia has nothing to add beyond the position President Vladimir Putin laid out at a summit with US President Donald Trump in August. Any peace deal must address the root causes of the conflict. Meanwhile, several European countries warned on Thursday that the US-backed plan mirrors conditions long seen as near capitulation for Ukraine.
Nous voulons la paix. Les Ukrainiens veulent...
We want peace. Ukrainians want peace. We want a just peace that respects everyone's sovereignty and a lasting peace that cannot be threatened by future aggression. However, peace cannot mean capitulation. We do not want Ukraine to surrender.
Earlier, European leaders stressed that any roadmap to end the war must be shaped jointly by Ukrainians and Europeans.
What we as Europeans have always supported is a long-lasting and just peace, and we welcome any efforts to achieve that. Of course, for any plan to work, it needs Ukrainians and Europeans on board. So this is very clear.
A fragile moment for diplomacy. As Washington intensifies its diplomatic pressure, Kiev and its European partners insist that peace terms must not come at the cost of Ukraine's sovereignty. Bureau Report, DD India.